Happy holidays, everyone, and Merry Christmas. And today's video, we are talking for our Christmas special. We are doing a video on Disney's Encanto. Yeah, I haven't really been posting that lately because I had a cold throughout these past 2 weeks. More badly around the second week of December, I'd say. So that's why I've been a little late on doing videos like the SpongeBob movie video and the Bobbleheads video. Those are still gonna happen. I have the script for the SpongeBob one ready, and once I get that done, I'll try to figure out a script of the Bobbleheads video. With Claire Carey, the two collaborations. But for now, let's just take a look at this nice little Disney film that recently came out on Disney Plus. Now, Disney's Encanto is set in Colombia and is set around a family called the Madrigals, which is a family that the children of the family are given special gifts, like the ability to make flowers, the ability to pretty much control the weather through emotions, and super strength, healing people by eating food, by having them eat food. But our main character of the movie, Mirabel, played by Stephanie Beatriz, is the only family in the Madrigals that does not have a gift. That was not given a gift. Which makes her... And even though she tries to help out a lot of the time, most of the time she's just told to leave it to the other members of the family to help out. But at her cousin's in ceremony, Mirabel ends up seeing cracks on the house, and the candle that gave them their power, that pretty much represents the magic. I'm pretty sure is pretty much lit out, or is getting very messed up. But of course, when the abuela and the rest of the Madrigals come out, the cracks are nowhere to be seen. So then, and throughout the movie, Mirabel is trying to figure out what's happening to the magic till she learns about Bruno. Till she learns that it may have something to do with Bruno, played by John Leguizamo, who can see visions through the future, who could pretty much see visions of the future, and was not very liked by the rest of the town and some of the Madrigals, due to the fact that they thought he usually brought bad luck. To the point where they have a whole song about it. But Mirabel soon figures out that she's sorry. But Mirabelle soon figures out that he will be the person who could either or fix or break the magic. It can, as the vision keeps on changing from the magic being fixed to the magic being broken because of her. And then throughout the movie, Mirabelle has to and throughout the movie, it's just a fun adventure throughout out seeing all the family's powers and abilities and seeing the bonds that they have with each other. And it shows the bond between the family. But by the end of the movie, after Mirabelle gets along with her sister, who absolutely hated her before, after she finally gets along with her sister, the abuela starts to say that it was all her fault, that she was all the reason that the magic is broken, and which leads to the house actually breaking down. Which actually leads to the house breaking down, and a pretty emotional scene with Mirabelle and Abuela near the river, where they go over the story of how the magic was pretty much made, and that was because of the love. And that was because of Abuela and her love that soon ended up dying near that river, which led to the candle all releasing all the magic. And that pretty much led to the family being created. And the movie ends off with some. After that, Mirabelle and Abuela decide. After that, Abuela decides to accept Mirabelle for who she is. And all the family work together, and all the family and the townspeople work together to build the house again, to build the casita again. And that is Disney's Encanto. And it is overall a great movie. Disney's Encanto is the music in this, first starting off with the music, it was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer of Hamilton, Tick, Tick, Boom, the writer of music for Hamilton, Tick, Tick, Boom with Andrew Garfield, and many more. And he did work with them also and him and Disney did work together on Moana. And the music in this film is definitely great, with my favorite being We Don't Talk About Bruno. Oh, as I like the different ways they utilize, as I like the song, and the visuals are pretty nice as well. Especially with I think his name's Camilo, who transforms into Bruno in the song. And the movie does take advantage of using the powers using the gifts of the madrigals to the movie to show off some of the neat visuals that they have in this movie. With the musical numbers. Hers like We Don't Talk About Bruno and the song with Isabella and Mirabel. And even to an extent, Luisa's song in the movie. He does play around with her strength a lot. For some very cool visuals. Also, the acting in this movie is pretty good. Really great. All the cast give out a great performance and I think that, and even John Leguizamo, is pretty good as well. And if you find his voice annoying, usually, like, for characters like Sid and others, as long as you can take listening to his voice, I think Bruno's a good character in the movie. And the film also has a very great musical number near the end of the film. With this song that Abuela's Love sings at the end of the near the end of the movie. During the flashback. It's a very nice moment, and it does give some emotion and some character and does give some depth to Abuela's character. And I also, speaking of the characters, I like the characters in this movie. The whole family have their own unique personality and their powers are and I do like how they all have their own, how a lot of the, and I do like the bond that Mirabel grows with her sisters throughout the movie. And I do like how they give some actual struggles for the other characters that the other characters have to go through. Like how Luisa feels like she's going under too much pressure by the family. And Isabella feeling like she needs to be perfect at everything. Also, the movie does feature... Also, even though the rest of the family doesn't really get as much screen time as Mirabel's sisters and Mirabel herself do, they are still pretty enjoyable whole characters. Dolores is a very fun character. That the movie does have a little bit of where the movie does even have something that had Dolores is once that they do show this and they do show her kind of having her own. And they do also have her finding her own love in the movie. Also, Camilo's is a pretty funny character in the film, which the animators do take advantage of his shape-shifting abilities He's for a lot of gags and even some cool moments, like once again in We Don't Talk About Bruno. Antonio is a character that I'm pretty sure Antonio's a character that does have a lot of likability to him, and his gift of talking to animals does have some, and his gift of talking to animals does lead into some joke in some ways that the writers can use it for gags in the film, or for also utilizing it for the film. For the film to have some cute, heartwarming moments. For the film to have some cute moments. Also, I like the room designs of the Madrigals. We don't see a lot of the rooms in the movies. We don't see a lot of the rooms in the movie. But the ones we do see, like Isabella's room and Antonio's room, and Bruno's room, are very creative, and the animators do take advantage. And the animators do the best they can with trying to make it related to. And the animators did a great job relating the rooms to their powers. Also, the film's story, I thought, was predictable at first. At first, looking at the trailers, I thought it was going to be the typical old person who doesn't fit in this very magical family. In this very magical group of people. But the movie does have some actual, and even though the movie kind of still keeps a typical plot of a normal person and a group of extraordinary beings, in a group of extraordinary people. Well, I still like how the movie does. It didn't really get on my nerves that much. Also, the short that played before this movie in theaters was very cute as well. Being called Far From the Tree. It was a cute little short about a raccoon mother teaching her son about a raccoon trying to teach his or her son how to go on the beach and stay away from predators. And I won't spoil it and I would recommend, if you were interested in watching it, to look it up on Disney Plus. If you have it. It's a pretty cute and enjoyable short. Overall, Disney's Encanto is a fun and enjoyable movie. But lastly, before I get into my final thoughts, I also say that the animation is beautiful in this movie. It's just very beautiful. Overall, Disney's Encanto is a very fun, heartwarming, and enjoyable adventure. That I'm pretty sure kids would enjoy. That I'm pretty sure kids would enjoy a lot, and even the adults would find pretty enjoyable as well. Overall, I give Disney's Encanto a 8 out of 10. So that's it for this video. Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone, and don't forget, you gotta catch 'em all.